Okay, so there was an article last week in the BBC about forget walking 10,000 steps. Is there really a need to walk it? So I've got loads of messages asking me about my take on it, what I think about the 10,000 steps, and is it really necessary? Sometimes I wonder whether we're actually just headline readers or whether we're practitioners and whether we actually read what's in the actual article, because what the article said is they divided a group of people into two, and they had one group of people who they were asked to just walk 10,000 steps a day, and there was another group which they asked to do about 3,000 steps a day, but under pressure. So brisk walking, fast, where your heart's pounding or where it's getting faster, you're breathing more. And so then they measured the difference between these two groups of people. What they found is that the group which had done 3,000 steps under pressure had actually had gained more health benefit than the people who'd just done 10,000 steps. And the truth is, that's what we've been practicing all along. That I've always said that walking isn't going to do it for you. That the tweak of this is the magic of this is where you do 10,000 steps a day, but you actually do 30% of them, you do 3,000 steps under pressure every single day. So if this study had been done on our group, on the people who I train, you'd have found out that we were the winners, because we do both. We walk 10,000 steps a day, but also 3,000 of them we do under pressure. So if you're just walking 10,000 steps a day, yeah, it's going to keep you healthy, yeah, it's going to be good, but it's not going to do so much for you as if you were doing 3,000 of them under pressure, which is what we've been doing anyway. But we've been combining both of these together to actually give you a powerhouse. Again, the reason for doing this is that you can have a life which other people only dream of at 60, at 70, at 80. Because when I look at why we're doing this, I don't think you'll see a difference on day one, on week one, maybe not even on month one, but over time, as the years play out on the macro level, it'll properly play out. See, so Einstein said that the eighth wonder of the world is compounding. Now the thing is, we always look at compounding in a financial term, but what about if we looked at it in a physical sense? So we all plan our retirement financially, right? We want to make sure two things: that number one, that we have enough money to look after ourselves when we get older, number one, but number two, we also have enough money for our families if something was to happen to us, because we don't want our families to feel the burden. But what if you become the burden on your family because you haven't looked after yourself? So maybe we need to think about retirement in a physical sense, not only in a financial sense. And that's the whole reason why this 10,000 step plan with a 30% under pressure is all in place. Again, you may not see making that much of a difference on day one, on day two, on week one, week two, or even on month one. But as the years play out, you'll lead a life which other people only dream of. Okay, let me give you an example. If you do 10,000 steps every day for 10 years, that's about 37 million steps. 37 million steps equates to about 18,000 miles of walking. Now, 18,000 miles is basically walking from London to Australia and back. Now imagine that. You see, 10,000 a day doesn't seem that much, or it doesn't seem like it's going to give you a lot of benefit, but imagine walking to Australia, but even though you're doing 30% under pressure. So imagine jogging a third of that, okay, in 10 years. Amazing. What health benefit is that going to give you? Surely that's going to put you in a place where most other people aren't. And yes, we say we don't like to do it and we don't enjoy it, but do you know the difference between successful people and mediocre people? It's that successful people do things even though they don't want to do things. That's it. And when you master that one key, changes everything, right? So let me try and take this in kind of financial terms. If I either gave you 1 penny and I doubled it for 31 days, that's option one, or I can give you £1 million now, what would you take? Many would go for the million, and others would say, hold on, maybe there's a bit of a trick in there, so I'll take the 1 penny a day. But what if I doubled it to 2 million? Forget that. What if I doubled it to 4 million? What would you take? More than likely, you will take the 4 million because you've got it up front, right? But do you know what? If I could give you 1 penny and I doubled it for 31 days, do you know what that's equivalent to? That's actually worth £10,700,000 over 31 days if you double the 1 penny. And what I'm trying to say from that is, firstly, that you actually won't see that huge amount of money until day 30 and until day 31. Because until then, the other guy's winning. But it's only in the long run that this plays out. And it's the same reason why we're doing everything we're doing. We're not doing this for today. We're not doing it for tomorrow. We're doing it for the later years of your life. So you can play with your grandkids in the park. So you can play with your kids in the park. So you can do everything you've wanted to do on your terms. So you don't have to be dependent on anyone. That the only person you're dependent on is yourself. That's it. A life on your terms. A life of health. A life of vitality. That's it. 10,000 steps a day, 30% under pressure will change your life. That again, the same thing which I say all the time, that if you can do 30% under pressure every single day, then what will happen is you will be able to decrease your resting heart rate by 10 beats a minute, which is 14,000 beats a day. You will have a heart which is stronger, lungs which are stronger, you'll be healthy, you'll be well, and it will give you the life on your terms. It's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. Hope that answers all the questions you had. If you have any other questions regarding that article over there, please just send a message to me on whatever medium you're watching this on, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, whether it's YouTube, and I will answer. Have a great day and make it happen. One life, right? One life.